Hello and welcome to the 30s podcast. My name is Clint.
My name is Marcus.
How's it going, Marcus?
It's going good. Just before we start, small anecdote. We were just recording for about 15 minutes and didn't hit record. So,
oh my god,
that's why I'm laughing. So apologies to the podience.
The podience. Ooh, the podience.
The podience. Yeah. We're idiots.
Sorry, pod. Sorry, pod fam.
But thanks for showing up again, podience, and also Clint. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's just start with how we haven't recorded for a couple weeks now.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. We had some stuff going on.
Yeah.
Or you had some stuff going on.
Yeah. I went to Alabama to visit my family.
Alabama.
And that was great.
Yeah.
Because I got to go and because their house is sort of secluded. It's on a street that isn't really close to other houses, and they're surrounded by trees. So with all the trees there, you get this real sense of like a refresh.
Uh-huh.
You get to feel zen, being out in the forest, relaxing.
With all the bugs.
Yeah, there were big bugs. Oh my god, have you seen fireflies before?
We don't have those here, right? Yeah, I don't think so.
They're insane. How do they work? I don't know.
I've seen the one in Princess and the Frog.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, the one voiced by a tiger.
Yeah.
No, I've never seen a firefly. They're big fireflies?
They're small.
Oh.
They just
little lights.
They have a light.
Yeah.
How do they do that?
Nature's weird.
Other bugs. I went out there, and once I got there, my parents were like, "Oh, we're gonna go serve at a beach camp for the junior high and high school. So just watch the dogs for us." I was like, "Oh, okay. Guess I won't see you then."
Went to go serve children.
Serve, that's what we call it when you really just want to.
That's what the church folk call it.
Mm-hmm.
What is it exactly?
Well, they went to a beach. And they learned about Jesus, our Lord and Savior, Marcus.
They didn't know about Jesus yet after.
Oh, they must not
60
have.
years.
All it takes is a secluded beach with a private Airbnb that's a mansion. That's where they went to.
All right.
I mean, I'd find Jesus there too.
I'm sure that's how it was sold to them when they had to pay for this, I'm assuming.
They had to. I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of
like most of those church things you have to pay to do, and
if you're a child, yeah,
kind of a scam.
Yeah. Ooh, a scam.
Yeah, that's why. Where does this money go to?
Yeah. It goes to
Jesus.
To Jesus, and he works it. He works through it all.
I'm sure he does.
Of course he does.
He sifts through it. Takes out the coins and the dollars. Yeah, he goes through it.
He's like, I'm the most powerful being in the universe, but I need your money.
That's what they say. What else did you do out there?
So the second week, well, when I was there, I did a lot of reading, but I mostly watched Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. What'd you think about Stranger Things?
I mean, it's cool. I just always forget about it because they all come out at once, and you're like stoked for a day or two.
Yeah.
Then you forget about it. Like the recap this time was super important. Because I forgot all about it.
So I watched it as well. I didn't forget about. Doesn't really matter in the seasons. Let me preface real quick. I watched all of Stranger Things. I've seen all the seasons. I'm entertained by Stranger Things. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't post stuff about it. I don't. It's entertaining in the moment, and that's it.
Right.
I'm not like all these fucking dickheads that jerk it off and think it's
Who
so
does
cool.
that? Who
You know
off?
who they are. You've seen them.
Who are these people? That
you know who they are.
Watch people jerking it off? Good God.
Yeah, you only have to watch the last episode usually in the series.
Yeah. Because
the rest of it doesn't really matter. It's always the same. Like, you have to. It's these idiot kids who are like They come. How do I explain this? They're just like, Mr. So and so says this, so let's go investigate the scene. And they jump on their bikes and and then, like, for some reason, only children can figure out what's going on.
That's it
in this city.
Yeah.
Or in season 3, when they're in that underground compound, Russian compound, and there's children there running around, like, and these idiot Russians just can't catch them, and they're shooting at them with machine guns. And you're like, what the fuck? That would not happen here.
Yeah.
In real life.
Think about if there were children running around, like a secret
underground
layer base.
Yeah.
They'd be shot or something.
They wouldn't get in there first. And like the chick can speak Russian after one episode in the 3rd season.
Wow,
like,
must be nice.
She has a little old book and like, I'm fluent. You're like, okay.
You need me. I'm crucial to the plot.
Yeah. Yeah. It's important to the plot that I speak Russian in one episode. So
my brother was like, because I was worried about Steve, of course, because Steve's the best character. But then my brother Brett's like, no, he's cool. He has plot armor.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my.
All the kids have plot armor. They're not ballsy enough to kill off the kids.
Yeah, they wouldn't do that.
Not at this point. And maybe they could have in the 1st season.
Yeah.
Now that they're all popular. I mean, they can't kill off maybe Hopper if they can kill Hopper, but
they tried.
Yeah, they did the fake out, but then they didn't even go through with it in that last episode season. They're like, oh, Hopper's dead. Just kidding. Like 10 minutes later, he's in a Russian camp in Russia, like at a concentration camp. Why am I ranting about Stranger Things?
It was weird. I don't know.
This new season. I watched this new season as well. And, it's just more of the same.
Yeah.
More shit happening to these kids in the 80s. And, like, it's very, look at the clothes. There's 80s clothes. Listen to the music. It's 80s chart toppers. It's, whatever. Again, I'm entertained by the show. It's just, I don't think it's got way too much hype.
Yeah.
And it's not that great.
Do you watch Barry?
I've watched a little bit of Barry.
That's a good
I didn't get into it. I thought it was a good show. It's just it didn't hook me.
That's good.
I'll tell you what I watched.
What did you watch?
I watched the new Jurassic Park movie.
Oh no!
Last week, and it was a huge Amber Turd.
Was it?
It was so bad.
Good God!
And I knew it would be bad going into it, but I still wanted to see some.
How did you know though?
The last one was bad. And the first Jurassic World, it wasn't. I didn't think it was terrible. It had some good scenes in it, and there's some cool dino stuff. But I didn't think it was that great either. And then the second in this trilogy, it's called Fallen Kingdom. The one before.
Let's call it that. The kingdom's over. The Jurassic flop.
But it didn't flop. It made like $1 billion. That's why they keep cranking these fucking things out, because they make so much money. That one was so bad. I remember watching it with a friend in the movie theater, and we went and got beers beforehand, and we were just audibly laughing in the theater. And it was a packed theater.
Yeah, I just don't understand how the dinosaurs looked more real in the first few movies.
Oh yeah,
in like 1 and 2.
Yeah,
and now they don't look as real. How did we
they're not
screw that
practical
up
anymore? They had some practical dinos in that first one. Actually, even the CG dinos looked more real. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think because they looked
back then.
They're more. I don't know. It's a good question. But anyway, this newest Jurassic Park, so bad. I wanted to watch it because I wanted to see some dinos. Even though I knew it was going to be bad. I had seen dinosaurs.
Right.
And there were hardly any dinos in the movie. There was not very many dinosaurs. It just was a lot of talking with the characters. And the plot was about bugs.
Bugs?
It wasn't about dinosaurs. It was about bugs.
Why?
Exactly. Why is it? You have, at the end of that last movie, they set it up that the dinos are going to be in the real world now with us, and we're going to have to coexist with dinosaurs. They have the plot. They gave us the plot, and then you see the opening of the movie, and they do that for it's like montage shots of them like flying in New York or fucking in the forest with regular animals, whatever. And then they just don't do it again. they like Ellie Sattler, her character comes back. Those older ones come back.
Right. Which
Ellen.
makes me think it had to be sort of good.
Well,
to get
I
them
think
to come back.
they probably got a paycheck.
Or
That's
they're
why they
just
came
bored.
back. They probably came back for the paycheck.
Yeah.
Or they just wanted to work with each other again. But they come back, and like she's a paleobotanist, but she's studying real plants, and notices that a bunch of bugs are eating the plants, like giant bugs, and that leads into. I'm not going to explain the plot of the movie, but that leads into the movie, and it's just stupid. And the clone girl from the last one gets kidnapped because she lives with Chris Pratt and the redhead, and that it's like two different movies, and then it comes into one at the end because they all meet up. It's just so bad.
Yikes.
And it wouldn't even be that big of a deal if there were cool dinosaurs in it, or
Right.
like cool scenes with dinosaurs in it, and there weren't. There was hardly any dinos. Nobody dies. So a few people die from dinos, but it's red shirts just in the background. Like no characters. Do you have any characters? No villain. Well, except for the main villain, he dies by a dino. But there's like no dinosaur deaths in the movie.
What's the point?
I don't know what the point was.
If there's no
but they still
dinosaurs,
got my money.
God damn.
They're still going to get another $1 billion because once it opens up in China, everyone's going to rush to see it. They love that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's why these movies make so much money. But yeah, it was just fucking. It was sad. Felt so let down after the movie, even though I knew it was going to suck.
Man.
But yeah, it's lame.
How tragic.
Yeah. I would recommend watching it, but maybe
Bring your own dinos.
get drunk first.
Get drunk.
I don't know. Or
Drunk.
take a shot if you bootleg the movie, you watch it at home. Take a shot every time Chris Pratt goes like this.
Oh my God.
All of his scenes are like he does that to a diet. He does that to two large dinos at one point. Like I think they're carnotaur. I don't know. They look like a smaller T-Rex.
Mm-hmm.
But he's doing the whole like this thing to them, and it's like that's not going to do anything. And it doesn't. Then they eventually like charge him, but
Oh, great.
he does it later, and he does it too much.
Yeah.
And it's just it's whack. Jurassic World whack.
Jurassic
watch it.
Black.
The best part was Jeff Goldblum.
Of course. Oh yeah. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, he was having a good time.
Yeah. Can you do a Jeff Goldblum impression?
I can't.
No. the dinosaurs. Oh yeah.
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 He's just being himself. He's having fun.
Yeah.
But even he's not in it a whole lot. The other two are in a good. Everyone has a good amount of screen time except for him. He just the way the plot works, he's just not in it that much. Yeah, the new characters are lame. Actually, the one new character is pretty cool. It's pretty funny. Is the pilot? Her name is Kayla, I think, in the movie. She actually was good. She was funny. She has some good one-liners in the movie.
Good.
But it's not enough to save it.
Jurassic, whatever, man.
Yeah, it is very whatever. I've already forgotten most of it. Yeah, it's stupid. There was one cool dinosaur though that they didn't use enough, and I can't even describe how it looks. Like a T-Rex kind of, but a very small head and like a long neck.
Yeah,
and it's blind, and it's got like these hands that walks around like this, but they're like long nails. And he shows up for one scene that he kind of stalks the ginger girl. What's her name? Her name's Claire in the movie.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah. So he stalks her for one scene that's a kind of okay, and then he shows up at the end. There's another fucking dino fight in this movie where it's just CG dinos going after each other, and he randomly shows up to that at the very end and fights with two other dinos. And
He's just like, hey,
Even-
guys.
Yeah, even shows up like supposed to be here for the plot, right? Like he just walks up and they're like,
Am I supposed to be here?
yeah. And then he has a little like a 10-second fight with the other dinos, but yeah, you can skip Jurassic World,
Okay.
or at least wait for it to be on streaming or something. That seems to be the thing nowadays. I think it's like 45 days after most movies are in theater, they're available to stream. I think.
Yeah. Some of them, they deserve to just be streaming.
Yeah, some of them deserve to be on the big screen
Some.
only.
I mean, Top Gun, big screen
Yeah,
only.
that's a big screen movie.
That's only big screen.
Dune was a big screen movie.
Dune, yeah.
Yeah, there's some that, and it was just fun to go to the theater. I went by myself. The theater's right down the street from my house.
Yeah.
And I like going to the movies alone. Just go in there. It's dark. It's quiet. Just kind of fucking zone out for a little bit and then go back to your day. But, also, a movie is like 2.5 hours long.
Oof.
It's another one of those. Why are movies so long nowadays? I feel like every movie I've seen in the theater the last couple of years has been close to 3 hours long. I always have to pee. You can't get up.
You
can't get up. Let's just start doing intermissions.
I'll bring that back.
Yeah, like 15 minutes,
Here is an intermission
20 minutes. And everyone go to the bathroom.
definitely during the next Avatar. Ooh.
Yeah. Which one? Avatar
don't-
2,
I don't
3,
know.
4, 5.
Is it coming out? Are any
I
of them
think
coming out?
let's give it a goog, okay? I'm going to give that a goog because I remember I heard that Avatar is announced for like 5 sequels.
Oof.
And James Cameron, sorry, I was thinking about Guardians.
Ooh.
James Cameron is literally putting all his eggs in one basket. Like 5 sequels? Okay, let's see. 2 sequels of Avatar were initially confirmed, blah, 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 blah. Oh, wait a minute. 3 sequels. There's 3 sequels for Avatar.
Yikes.
So that'll be 4 total Avatar movies, films.
I'm not interested.
That's just too much. How much blue people can we see?
I don't need to see them.
How much hair sex are they going to put in these movies?
Ugh.
The same thing that they have sex with is the same thing they throw in the horses to ride them.
Uh-huh.
You've seen Avatar, right? You seem confused.
I don't remember that. I remember distinctly going, I don't want to see that movie when it came
Okay.
out. I didn't understand the hype. I don't.
I didn't see it in a movie theater. I think I waited till it was on Blu-ray, and then maybe I watched it on HBO. I didn't watch it right away, but I do remember it being very high. Everybody liked it, and it won all those awards. And then when I watched it, that was it.
Yeah.
It looks cool. The effects are cool.
Like.
That's a big
I can't
screen
get
movie.
into
That movie will look cool on the big
it.
screen,
Mhm.
and it would sound cool too. But it's not that great.
It's not that great.
And it's been released like a couple times in the theaters because they just want to keep milking it for money.
Yeah.
But yeah. Why are we talking about Avatar?
I don't know. I hate Avatar.
Oh, we're talking about movies on the big screen.
Yeah.
Oh, how movies are being so long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not for me. Intermissions. Nice intermish. Take a break.
These long, stupid movies.
Yeah.
So when I was in Alabama, one of the days we went shooting.
What kind of shooting?
Guns.
What kind of guns?
There were
Like
some big
rifles?
ones. Yeah.
Muskets?
Rifles, yeah, muskets, yeah. And one of the ones, my brother's friend, his wife's family is in the NRA, which feels kind of dirty to say.
What's the NRA?
The National Rifle Association.
Oh, okay. They have their own association.
Yeah, they're kind of the ones that everyone doesn't like right now.
It's funny. It's just stupid. When you, yes, I understand that, but when you said NRA, thought NWA. It's like,
These white guys.
that
no.
wouldn't be in Alabama. At least not in the part with the whites.
No, NWA in Alabama would be like, hey, you couldn't understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
It'd be terrible rap. Terrible stuff. Some of those guns, it's
Hillbilly
like,
rap.
you don't have to do much. You just
Yeah.
kind of exist there and you shoot it.
You shoot it. It's not hunting.
Targets.
Okay. I don't know why I thought hunting when you said shooting.
That'd be cool.
What?
Hunting. No, but I went fishing too.
That's hunting.
I'm really good at fishing. I don't know how I'm so good at
That's in your genes.
I guess.
I've been fishing a few times, and I'm very not good at fishing.
Damn.
I've caught fish, but I don't know. So what? Were you at a lake or a creek?
Yeah,
A
they
pond?
my brother's wife's family has a lake house. But
Okay.
it's a river, but I think you called it a lake house, a river house. It was nice. It's pretty sweet.
And you're fishing in the lake.
Yeah, because that's like the vacation I would want. I'd want to just be there the whole time. Like that'd be nice for me.
I would think that's like water is peaceful to me.
Yeah, and the water was
part,
nice.
That part of nature is peaceful.
Yeah, there were so many fish. You could see little schools of fish at the very top, and you knew that if there's a school of fish, there's a big daddy fish coming.
Oh, daddy fish.
And then you knew, oh my god, I'm gonna catch the big daddy fish. I'm gonna get him.
There's only one daddy fish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Depends how big there's some big ones because one of the catfish I didn't catch was a big one, and he like got off the hook and he pulled the hook to where it was like almost hooks are like
Yeah.
that, but it was almost straight.
Oh,
It was spooky.
straightened your hook.
And there was also the gar. Have you heard of garfish? Stranger hooks.
You straightened your hooks. Oh, sorry.
ones
I
with
thought
teeth?
that's a pretty funny innuendo. She straightened my hook.
She straightened my hook.
You know, if you have a hooked dick,
Ooh.
straightened my hook. Anyway, sorry. Garth fish.
The gar.
Garfish.
Gar. Do you know what gar are?
Gar?
Gar.
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 Yeah.
Garth Brooks. The garfish.
Garfish.
They have big teeth.
Teeth.
Yeah.
Fish have teeth.
Yeah. Some do.
Oh yeah, I guess they
Like the gar.
like a piranha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was scary as hell.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess some fish do have teeth.
I almost caught a
Those-
gar. But
Deep.
that's like, what would you do with a gar if you caught it?
The fish that I have caught, we put back.
Yeah.
Because I don't
Usually put it back.
feel like it's gross to eat it.
Yeah.
It's like you got to do all the proper cleaning and
You got to skin it,
boning.
bone it. Yeah.
That's too much work.
Yeah.
And then depending how big the fish is, it's only going to be like a small piece of food.
Yeah.
I think like it's like 30% of the fish is actually what you eat. So it's
Is
going to be
it?
like a big fish. Yeah, you cut off
The head.
the head and then you cut
Tail.
off the tail, rip off the fins, whatever. Then once you get all the bones out of it, that's less mass to the fish. It's just not a lot. Yeah, no, I'm terrible at fishing. And it's frustrating too because it's so slow.
Yeah, it's very slow.
Like we used worms when we went fishing,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same.
and getting them on the hook, I had trouble with. Even though I would just fucking stab them and wrap it around and stab them, and they still would wriggle out. And yeah, it's not for me. Fishing's not for me.
What is your ideal?
My choice of
wilderness-
killing
Yeah.
animals.
What would you like to kill the most?
What animal?
Yeah.
Ugh. Seagulls, maybe. I'm not a fan
How'd you do
of
that? How'd you
most
kill seagulls? How'd you go about that?
bow and arrow. You're talking about strictly hunting. I guess a
yeah,
gun.
Shooting.
Shoot 'em?
Shoot, because there were ones where like the bullet's this big. That was the tiny one. Then there were ones where it was like this
Yeah.
big.
How was so you're shooting rifles?
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel to use that piece of equipment?
It's intimidating because you know there's going to be the jolt back,
Yeah.
And like the one my brother's friend had is just so loud. I couldn't even imagine trying to shoot that. And they also had an AR-15, which is like the gun to talk about nowadays.
That's the one that gets a lot of press, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they had one of those.
That one was easy to shoot. Really just
That's
go,
the one for
"Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba."
that one for.
Because teachers need to be armed. So I'm working on it.
That one's the easiest to get a hold of too.
Yeah,
they're always in
I just
demand.
but it's so weird because like there were guys there that they do this all the time. So they have their whole setup there. They have like a big ass lawn gun. They have a big ass like scope. They have a little other thing that helps you like measure where the bullet's gonna go. They have this other doohickey that tells you, oh, you need to switch to this point, and they spend a lot of time just like looking at that before they even shoot it.
It's a real craft.
It's
a real
anytime
special
they
craft.
spoke, they were like, I'm gonna have to go a little higher, don't I? And I'm like, I guess so.
It's one of those things where they're just so passionate about guns that they take it so seriously.
Yeah.
They're almost like they're nerds.
They're nerds about guns. And I was like, yeah, you're gonna have to go higher.
A little bit higher, huh?
Yeah, okay. All right.
So what is the process of you just fucking you gotta go a little higher. You get prepped. You get your guns. You get prepped.
Your gear, yeah.
Got your gear. You have to wear pads and stuff.
No one's shooting you.
I know, but because of the
Well, I mean, there's some pads for like
for the gun
holding like the end of it because it's gonna jerk into you.
That's called the butt, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna the one where you hold it up here and it's okay.
So that one you might need something.
Yeah. So you got to pad the ass of the gun, and then you just go out to a range.
Yeah.
And just take turns shooting stuff.
Oh, my brother. Yeah, because you.
Which brother is this?
You set it up, Jake.
And he's the second one.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a member there.
He's not the one in the military or anything.
No,
that's the other one. Okay.
And you put them all down, and no one touches anything. So like you go put your targets down. All the stuff you're gonna shoot. It was fun doing handguns. That was fun. Because those aren't as strong.
I've shot a handgun before.
Yeah, so
that's fun.
Yeah.
I said fine, not fun.
But even then, it's like I was kind of okay if I was like calm and did it. But when I was trying to do like speed round, it's like, oh, there's no way I could hit anything. So for like
you should appreciate John Wick.
Because he's really good.
He's really good at shooting.
He's so good at shooting.
You picked up a gun and you're like, oh, I can't be like John Wick.
I can't do this that fast.
No.
Mr. Wick, wait, just wait.
Mr. Wick, what do they call him? The boogeyman.
The boogeyman.
But they say it in Russian, right?
Yeah.
So they don't say boogeyman. It's
what do they say?
I don't know.
Ugabwa.
I don't know. Something weird. I'm gonna look it up actually.
Russian.
Yeah, I've never shot the big ones before, and I don't have any desire to do it, especially today, because it's bad press.
It's bad press.
Yeah, it's bad press.
Bad press.
Oh, I don't know what to ask you.
Oh.
Have you seen the new Lightyear movie?
I watched it last night.
Okay, is it
stoked.
on Disney Plus?
No, I mean, with the reviews it's getting, it probably should have been on Disney Plus instead.
I saw, because I went on Disney Plus to watch that Miss Marvel show, and they had a banner for Lightyear, so I thought it was on there.
It probably will be soon.
So with the way the reviews are, does that mean it's not good?
Well, see, this is the thing.
Oh, here we go.
This movie is the movie Andy saw in 1995. A little kid Andy saw that made him want to get the toy from the movie.
Right, so it's a fake.
So it's a fake.
Well, it's
like a
Toy Story
blockbuster
is
movie
fake.
that would have came out in 1995.
It would be if you're watching a Toy Story movie and you saw on someone's TV a movie playing this would be that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, like we're hyped on Star Wars or whatever movie.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's Star Wars. And so you kind of have to watch it with that mentality that this is a movie that's supposed to, like, it would have been in 1995.
It is a weird concept to do this movie.
Yeah. But I've always liked the idea because I, for the longest time, I want to do a live action Buzz Lightyear movie because they had like the show Buzz Lightyear Star Command where he's in Star Command doing stuff. But it would, in my version, it would be more like Guardians of the Galaxy where he's got like a misfit group and they're just traveling around space doing stuff. But this movie, they're just grilling it. And I don't think it really deserves all the grilling. I think it's...
It would probably be better if it wasn't a Lightyear movie. If they just wanted to make a space movie.
Yeah,
about,
I think everybody had their pre-existing ideas of what it would be, and then it didn't become what they wanted, so they're upset by that.
Well, as soon as you slap a Toy Story label on it,
Yeah,
because that's what Buzz Lightyear... Like, people are going to think... I'm sure someone was waiting for like a cameo at the end of like the screen to pull back and they're in a movie theater and it's Andy.
I wish they did that.
I figured they would do. So they did not do that.
They didn't do that.
Yeah, they should have just made a movie that wasn't Toy Story related. Instead of Lightyear, just it's a man that goes. It has nothing to do with at all with Toy Story, right? There's no connections.
No, it's just this is a movie that was in that universe.
Right. So
and
they could have
made
just
the toy off that character.
Yeah. So they could have just made this another Pixar movie, and it's Pixar made this one.
It is, but like I don't think it should be judged like it's Pixar.
Well, I mean, it should just be another movie. It shouldn't.
Yeah. I think that's why people are upset. They want it to be like something new, and it's not really. It does a lot of similar stuff in sci-fi.
Is his name Buzz Lightyear in the movie?
Yeah, well, it's about the real Buzz Lightyear.
Right.
It's about
So if I'm
this
saying
character
though,
that's in a movie.
if they didn't name him Buzz Lightyear and his name was Penn Water Bottle, if you would no, it'd be totally. You wouldn't have any kind of preconception about it, right?
Yeah,
Because there's no connection at all to that other stuff.
yeah, and those are the best Pixar movies, like Up, and
because it is an original concept because they don't have that backstory in Toy Story for Buzz Lightyear. It's just that he's a toy based off of a spaceman.
yeah,
So they could have just made this movie anything and not slapped Lightyear on it, and then there would be no preconceived notions about it. It would just be another Pixar movie, but one about space.
But it's they definitely had to have it be about Buzz Lightyear though.
Why?
Because that's the character that everybody is. Why is it so confusing?
I'm not
It's too
confused.
confusing, isn't it?
It's not
But
confusing.
Everybody is confused by it.
Are they?
I think it seems like it. I think it's a cool idea. I mean, I had that idea. Like, what if there was but it's not even. I think they
it would be a cool idea if they somehow linked it to something Toy Story either in the end or like say they started the movie off with you're with Andy. And his mom's like, hey, we're going to go to the movies and watch a movie. And then, like, that's the first 5 minutes or whatever. And then the camera, it's like him looking at the screen, and the camera just zooms into the screen.
Yeah.
And then you just watch the movie. And then when it's over, it zooms back out, and you're back on Andy again watching the movie. And he's like, that was so cool, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes to put up the posters in his room like he does in Toy Story. And then that's how it ends. So that way, people will be like, oh, that's why he's so obsessed with Buzz Lightyear, because he saw it when he was a kid, or he saw it in the movie theater with his mom the day before or whenever. That way, I think most people will be pleased to see like, oh, this is cool that we see it's linked to Toy Story in some way, so we could see why Andy liked Buzz Lightyear, but also you can see the Lightyear story that they don't ever show or talk about. You just know that Buzz Lightyear is a spaceman from some IP that Andy likes.
Yeah, well, it's like how you know that Woody's from Woody's Roundup.
Yeah, that's this. Yeah,
that
it's
was
the
a
same
TV
thing.
show.
They could have done that
But
same thing.
yeah, I think there wasn't enough context.
Yeah,
because all they did at the beginning was have text that said there was a movie that a kid named Andy saw.
Right.
And this is that movie. That's all they did. I think it would have been better if
instead of that, they should have just done my idea.
Yeah, they should have done it.
They should have hired me.
Those bastards.
Pixar. I wrote that just on my head. no.
They spend years making.
They spent
those.
years, and they decided to come up with a text message
God.
or whatever message
just
they
text.
thought of, and that's fucking whack.
Ugh.
Suck, Pixar. You fucking suck.
You broke my heart, Pixar.
That'll be the clip that we attach to this episode.
You suck,
You suck, Pixar.
Suck.
Suck a bag of dicks.
Oh my God. No.
Yeah, I'm not a Pixar fan.
Mm-hmm.
Their movies they're whatever. A little too hype for my tastes.
Really? They make me cry.
You're more emotional than I am. Okay.
I'm weak.
You've known me long enough to know that my emotions are dead, having never been alive.
God. But there is, I mean, the lesbian couple,
I heard about that.
is great. But
It's being
again, it's a movie in 1995.
right.
Technically, this movie came out in 95. Technically. And I Googled big lesbian characters in
Oh, I'm gonna do
1995,
that
and I
too.
couldn't
Hold on.
find anybody.
Keep talking.
Now, the top movies in 1995 were GoldenEye,
Ooh. Okay.
Batman Forever,
Oh.
Babe,
Okay.
and America's favorite, Waterworld.
Okay.
So if those movies tell you anything,
So what's
this movie kind of fits with those. Because, like, yeah, it's not like the perfect movie, but it would work.
There were a lot
in
of
that
lesbos in
roundup.
Babe.
Yeah, I guess the chickens were. Is that why they...
I don't know. I don't
Remember
remember
the
Babe
rooster?
very well. I just remember when the sheep died,
Oof,
eaten by dogs.
it was rough. Were they all puppets?
No,
Some of
there
them.
was some real stuff in there. There were puppets.
Animals and then puppets.
I haven't seen Babe since probably shortly after it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about the lesbo thing, and
Yeah.
people are,
So
like,
that's the only
it's like
thing.
banned in some countries.
That's something that,
Christ.
like, yeah, if it was a, I mean, it's just so weird because it's like a modern movie, and we could do that in modern movies.
This is Hey Arnold for
What?
big lesbian characters.
What? Who?
Oh, this is the creators. Says that Eugene is gay or
What?
proto-gay. Which one was Eugene?
Is that the black kid?
Kid that gets no.
Eugene.
This is a bad luck kid.
Oh, that's Jordan. No, Jordan.
Eugene's a bad luck kid, right?
Eugene. What does he look like? Do you have a picture of him?
What am I doing?
Eugene.
Yeah, this kid. Apparently he's gay.
Oh, the dorky one?
Yeah. If our TV was working, I could pull it up for you guys to see it, but it's not working today.
That's all right. Eugene.
Yeah, it says Eugene is gay.
But I never would have.
That's weird. Superman had gay characters.
I mean, no, just recently.
This is a
Superman's kid.
1996.
96.
Well,
The
I
movie?
googled big lesbian characters.
Yeah, that's what I
The
did.
90s.
Big lesbian characters in the 90s, and there's not that many.
All right. What are you gonna do?
So that's the other thing. I would not have flown in those movies.
Yeah. Flown in a rocket.
Rocket Star Man.
These lesbians are piloting
Lesbians.
rockets? Absolutely not.
Lesbians in space.
Oh, that'd be a good show. Lesbians
Ooh,
in
Lesbians in
space.
space. I'd watch that.
I'd be intrigued for sure.
Be like, what?
What's
Are
this
they-
about?
Are they all lesbians? Of course, they're from a planet of only women.
From the planet Vulva.
What else are they supposed to do?
They have, you know how in Star Trek there's Vulcans
Mhm.
and they have the pointy ears? It's from the planet Vulva. They're all lesbians. And they have like flaps for ears.
They all have like a short haircut.
Like the Vulcans.
Yeah.
They still have the Vulcan
They have the
haircut.
Vulcan haircut. It's just the mop top thing.
I'm going to write that into a sketch.
Yeah,
That's
you
a
should
good
make
idea.
Make that lesbians in space. Watch all of America freak.
Lesbians from the planet Vulva.
Lesbians.
Okay. So we're approaching our time.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you want to say in closing today? This is kind of a loose episode.
It's
We
pretty
have-
loose, yeah.
He's been away for 2 weeks. I've been doing nothing for 2 weeks other than watching a fucking stupid movie not about dinosaurs, about locusts. The locusts. Those are the bugs that are in the
Locusts?
movie. Yeah. Shouldn't it be called Jurassic Park?
Should have been
Oh
called.
my God.
What?
They do this one scene in the movie
Oh, no.
where the T-Rex walks by. It's just like a fixture. Like, you know, you go and see architecture and they just have shapes, weird shapes, or artistic shapes. The T-Rex walks by a loop, like a circle, just a random circle that's in a garden, like what's that called? Not a garden.
A meadow.
Like a courtyard. Before you go into
Yeah.
a building, of those big courtyards, and sometimes there's plants or fixtures. So there's one fixture in the movie, and they take a picture of it earlier in the movie too. And like, what the fuck are they doing? Taking a picture in front of this thing? Why is this a scene? And it's one that looks just like the Omega sign where it's like 2 lines and it goes into a circle. I can just draw it for you. Looks like that, right?
Oh yes.
This is the bottom. So the T-Rex, like the heroes are like in this courtyard, like da-da-da-da, and the T-Rex. It's when the T-Rex shows up to fuck with them, and it walks in front of this thing right here. So it has its head and its little arms inside that circle, so that it looks like the logo from the movie with the T-Rex. I was like, oh my God! And I knew as soon as I saw this loop, because it's not focused on that right away. It's like back here, and then you see the T-Rex coming. I'm like, please don't do it. Don't do it. And then it zooms in and it does right there and he does this little and then comes around the loop to attack them. He went around this loop to attack them on the other side instead of just barreling
Just to get the
through
shot.
So lame.
Damn.
There was other stuff too. They were callbacks to the first movies, like 1 and 2, where it was just, and 3 too, Jurassic Park 3. They just did the same exact thing. The same fucking thing. And what was one of them? I can't remember. I kept doing this in the movie theater. It was so egregious that they just redid the same shit. Oh, fuck. At one point, what's his name? Jeff Goldblum, his shirt's unbuttoned.
Ooh.
Like just like the top button. You know, like the gif or famous meme of him with his shirt off from Jurassic Park, and you're just like, oh, well, what's my shirt undone? And just but I'm like, oh my God, this is fucking stupid. But it's like a nod to that. There's other stuff too. I can't that fucking movie. I tried to black most of it out.
Wow.
Yeah, back to closing thoughts. Don't watch Jurassic Park.
Don't watch Jurassic Park. Lesbians in Space.
Lesbians in Space.
It's
So
gonna
I'll work on that.
Yeah, it's gonna be
For next week. I'll have
discussion.
something prepared for Planet Vulva. Drink lots of water. That's how I'm gonna end these things.
Drink water.
Drink water.
Stay healthy.
Stay healthy. And
stay hydrated.
Yeah. It was fun, Clint. Another episode of the 30s. We'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye.